Good evening. Good evening, my powers and my sea bandits. Welcome to BucosLocker. Subscribe to the channel, like the channel, share all the videos, and make sure you hit the notification bell icon to notify you all new videos that's posted on this channel. Hopefully everybody had a great weekend. Relaxed. Hopefully everybody's family safe. I had a good weekend, productive weekend of investing. Spent my weekend looking at crypto and stocks, gathering information for future investments. Always plan for the future, guys and ladies. But this past weekend was interesting, especially yesterday. Yesterday, a lot of upsets yesterday in the NFL. A lot of teams that wasn't supposed to win or wasn't picked to win pulled out the dub. And I paid attention to a particular game of two NFC South rivalries. And it had a lot of interest to me and you guys as well. The Falcons and the Aints took to battle Sunday in New Orleans. The dome was packed. And I watched that game very closely. And I must say this, and it's I know most of y'all agree with this, but you know what? Before I do that, let me find out who's in the chat room right now. Josh, what up, man? Jason, Malcolm, Shooter, Ryan, Damon Street, Johnny, Buck Nation, what up? I gotta say this. Shouts out to all the private seatbacks, right? How in the world did we lose? What's up, Tommy? How did we lose to the Saints? How in the world did we lose to the Saints? It's mind-boggling. It's the Saints. They just wanted to show up against the Bucs, huh? The Saints losing to the Falcons just makes the Bucs losing to the Saints even worse. It makes that loss really bad. That loss can be a difference between the 1 and the 2 seed. That loss, I'm going to repeat, that loss to the Saints can be the difference between a 1 or 2 seed, or maybe even a 3 seed, possibly 4. That was a bad loss. That was a bad loss, folks. Watching the Saints play the Falcons, and the Falcons almost blew it. The Saints' offense is not good. It's horrible. Well, and particularly, the receiving core of the Saints is the worst in the NFL. I don't even know how they won 5 games. Well, I know how they won 5 games, but you get where I'm going with this. Sometimes coaching can overcome bad players, but at some point, when you have bad players or not enough talent in a position, it will show. Like if you don't have enough talent at the running back position, if you don't have enough talent at the quarterback position, O-line, D-line, etc., 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 it will show in certain games. And yesterday's game against the Falcons and the New Orleans Aints, it showed the discrepancy, the big-time talent difference between the Saints and the rest of the NFL. The Saints now fall to 5-3. The Falcons are 4-4. The Saints are still a playoff team as of today. They're a 6 seed. The NFC, the rest of the NFC is so bad. Panthers not good. The Falcons is not really that good. The Vikings choke all the time. The Bears can't get out of their own way. The 49ers just done. The Seahawks getting Russell Wilson back, so they might make a run. The Lions, trash. The Giants might make a run. The Washington football team, I don't know what's going on with them. The Eagles, not good. So there is a high probability that the Saints the Seahawks, and a battle between the Panthers and the Falcons. They're gonna be battling for that 6 and 7 seed. And we play the Saints again in a few weeks. We got to win that game. I think we will. I predicted the Bucs to go 14-3, and I'm right on cue. I'll get to another game in a second that kind of surprised me. I'm not going to switch it. I'm not going to switch my schedule prediction, but I almost kind of want to now, right? But that game was dominated by the Falcons for the most part, and then the Falcons in typical Falcon mode almost choked the game away. The Falcons almost choked the game away. They probably should have lost that game, despite the fact outplaying the Saints for the most part. The New Orleans Saints gave up a deep ball after they scored to Cordell Patterson. Paulson Adebo was on Cordell Patterson one-on-one, and Cordell Patterson ran by him. And Paulson Adebo is not fast. They should have had safety help over the top. And the Falcons, Matt Ryan, picked right on the rookie, left the rookie by himself, and he got burnt. So the Saints could have won the game if they would have had the right cover scheme. And Malcolm Jenkins came out and said he took the blame for not communicating. But that's what happens. The game is a matter of communicating in inches. If Malcolm Jenkins would have made the right call, he would have been helping Paulson Adebo on that deep ball. And maybe Cordell Patterson don't catch that ball, and Malcolm Jenkins intercepted. Or Marcus Williams. But that's neither here nor there. That's a loss to the Saints. And Trevor Siemian played pretty decent. The receivers just can't catch. And I go back to that Bucs game. It just makes me mad in a football way that the Bucs lost to the Saints. It's like, what? We lost to that offense? Well, I mean, the defense played okay, but they gave up some plays that they shouldn't have gave up. Russ Cockrell, Devin White. The cornerback situation, kind of bit the Bucs in the butt in that game. Devin White with the penalties, bad tackling. The Saints are a run-oriented offense and defensive-first offense. They have no explosion. They have the least amount of explosion plays in the NFL, and we lost to that team. Or the Bucs lost to that team. I'm going to repeat this if those of you that just joined the live stream. That was a bad loss. That was a bad team loss. And you can't go back and change history. The Saints going to squeak into the playoffs. 9-10 wins. They're going to squeak into the playoffs. 9-8, 10-7. They're going to squeak into the playoffs. Mm-hmm. If you look at their schedule, if they probably got a good 4 wins left in that on that team. They got some teams they can beat 4 or 5 more games. Go look at the schedule. So the Bucs, there's a possibility that we can see the Saints in the playoffs. A possibility. So the Bucs have had a bye week. They chilling. They watched all these games. And the opponents moving forward. The Colts might be a little pesky. The Panthers might be a little pesky. The Bills. Let me get to the Bills. The Bills is on the schedule. And the Bills lost to the Jaguars. The Jaguars. The Kit Kats. The Jaguars. Jaguar. The Jaguars. The Jaguars. Urban Meyer had that team ready. 9-6. How do you lose? Jacksonville's not the worst team in the NFL, but they're top 3 or 4 worst in the NFL. You got your Lions, you got your Texans, and then you probably throw the Jags right behind them. So you could say the Jags are the 3rd worst team in the NFL, but they beat the Bills. That was a bad loss to the Bills. Bad loss. A horrible loss. That loss was worse than the Bucs losing to the Saints. At least The Bucs lost to a team over 500 and possibly get into the playoffs. The Bills lost to a team that's going to be picking in the top 5 of the draft and might have another coach next year. So as of right now, I'm still going to stick with the Buffalo game as an L. I can't go back on my prediction, but I'm going to stick with the 14-3. But I was tempted to change that. I was tempted to change that game to a dub for the Bucs. I was tempted. I ain't going front. I ain't even going front, if that's a word. I ain't going even front. So tempted to change that game to a dub and go 15-2, but I can't do that. 14-3. But the Bills game, I'm gonna circle that game 4 times. Like, and we're gonna come back to this video. Like, remember I picked the Bills? I gotta stick with it. You know what I'm saying? I gotta stick with it. Also, what helped the Bucs? The Rams had a bad loss. The Cowboys had a bad loss. This was a weird Sunday. The Rams had a bad loss. They lost to the Titans. The Titans have beaten a lot of quality teams. Mike Vrabel got them boys rolling. And it's what's so crazy about that game, the Titans offensively didn't really do much. Matthew Stafford went back to Detroit. Matthew Stafford. You can't take the Detroit line out of Matthew Stafford, but you know the story. You know how it goes. You can take Matthew Stafford out of Detroit, but you can't take the Detroit out of Matt Stafford. If that makes sense, right? He went back to the Matthew Stafford role, front running. Matthew Stafford got the perfect team for him to lead that team to the Super Bowl. And he showed there's a possibility that he can choke a game away. Not just him, but no, he's the reason why the Titans scored 28 or had 4. So he threw an interception getting swung around by Jeffrey Simmons. I think we could have drafted Jeffrey Simmons too. The Titans got the ball inside the 5-yard line. And then he threw a pick 6 to Kevin Bernard. So that's 14 points right there. Because outside of that, the Titans didn't do anything really offensively. They had maybe 1 or 2 good drives. They put up 28 points. 14 of those points came off of a Matthew Stafford pick 6 and a Matthew Stafford interception inside his 5-yard line. Outside of that, if the Matthew Stafford doesn't do that, the Rams win the game. But this is how the NFL works. You can't turn the ball over that many times and expect to win. Remember, Brady threw 3 interceptions. He threw 2 interceptions and he had a fumble. It's hard to win games when you turn the ball over that much because that's 3 less possessions. So that's Rams, 2 less possessions for the Rams and 2 extra possessions for the Titans. And you can laugh at the Titans all you want to, but they 7-2, and they beat teams over 500. We beat 1. That's not good enough. It's not our fault. Our schedule trash, but we only beat 1 team over 500. The Bucs gotta beat the Saints, and they gotta beat the Bills to get ready for the playoffs. You can't run through bad teams and think you're finna go in the playoffs and beat really good teams. That's not how it works. We got lucky last year. Luck was on our side, right? We called everybody surprised. We are not surprising nobody this year. Yep. The Cowboys lost. So the Broncos. The Cowboys lost to the Broncos. That helps the Bucs as well. Now, granted, the Rams hold the tiebreaker over us, and we hold the tiebreaker over the Cowboys. So if we have the same record as the Rams and the Cowboys at the end of the season, well, the Rams will be seeded before us, and we will be seeded before the Cowboys. So currently, right now, we are a 4-5 matchup with the Cowboys. Get ready for bombs away. If the playoffs started today, it will be bombs away against the Cowboys. Because we're not stopping them offense. Our defense not stopping the Cowboys offense. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you say. The Bucs defense cannot the Bucs secondary specifically cannot keep up with the Cowboys receivers. We squeaked out the game at the opening night. We cannot handle Dak and those receivers. And they got two good running backs, Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott. So that if we play the Cowboys in the playoffs, expect a shootout. Expect a 45-38 type game. So there's a couple teams. If the Bucs get in the playoffs, we can beat. If we get the Saints, if we get the Packers, you know what I'm saying. If we get Saints and Packers, if we get them, I think we'll beat them. You know what I'm saying. The three teams that kind of bother me, sorry, is it three? No, the two teams that bother me is the Rams and the Cardinals. The Rams and the Cardinals kind of bother me because of how they built. And the Saints can give us problems, but we'll beat the Saints. But the Rams and the Cardinals are built. They got deep offense and defense. The Cardinals won the game yesterday without Kyler Murray, DeAndre Hopkins, J.J. Watt, like Chase Edmonds, A.J. Green, and they still put up over 400 yards offense. So that tell you right there they're explosive offensively, and defensively they're really good. Remember, you don't do bombs away against really good teams. It doesn't work. I mean, let me rephrase that. You can do bombs away against good teams, but eventually they'll get you. You got to be able to run the ball. I'm going to say this again for the Bucs. Moving forward, second half of the season, I want to see the running game. We sit at the top of the NFC South. We win the division, we get a top 4 seed. We win the division, we get a top 4 seed, obviously, right? The 4 divisional winners. So right now, the Bucs are divisional winners right now, and we're 4 seed right now. I think. Yeah, we're 4 seed right now, I think. So that's right now. It's Bucs and Cowboys. No, I'm sorry, it's not Bucs and Cowboys. It's the Bucs and 1, 2. No, it's not the Bucs and Cowboys right now. It's so you got Cardinals, Rams, Packers, and then the Bucs. So who's the 5th seed? No, Cardinals, Cowboys. No, I'm sorry. Cardinals, Packers, Bucs, then Cowboys. But anyway, you get what I'm saying. Right now we are a 3rd or 4th seed right now. So, but we're divisional winners. So right now, as long as we stay in our position and those teams above us lose, we'll be fine. So I'm having a little brain fart right now, but I know the Cardinals is number 1, and I know the Rams is before us. So that's 2 teams in front of the Bucs right there. I think the Packers are in front of the Bucs too. So that's 3 teams right there in front of the Bucs, and which makes us the 4th seed. So I kind of want the Bucs to come out of that 4th seed. I don't like that matchup. The 4-5 seed, I don't like that. Hacho Marco went to the NOLA game hurt, but this bye we felt good. Right. We feel good, man. We healthy again. Activate some players in the next week or 2. We'll be fine. Bucs will be fine. We got a stretch run here. We just got to prove on some things. But we sit at top of the NFC South, which is great for the Bucs. So I'm happy that those teams lost. I'm happy that the Aints lost. I'm happy that the Rams lost. I'm happy that the Cowboys lost. So that's great. Also, I want to address what is up with these Bucs fans talking about Odell Beckham? Like, where is this coming from? Why is this narrative in the Bucs community being driven? Who's talking about Odell Beckham to the Bucs? Like, why are y'all doing that? I mean, are you serious? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing here? Are we just trying to? I'm just trying to figure out what is the Bucs? Are we that desperate to win? Like I get it. We haven't won in a long time, but I mean, you get what I'm saying? Like, why are y'all trying to add? What's up with this Odell Beckham thing? Like, Odell Beckham to the Bucs because of Brady. Like, come on, Bucs fans, relax. I mean, I get it. We're trying to win, but God. Now, I will understand the move to counteract what the Rams did. The Rams picked up Von Miller. The Bucs pick up Odell Beckham. It kind of like counteracts, but the Bucs picking up another offensive weapon. But the Rams pick up defensive weapon. When the Bucs shouldn't the Bucs pick up a defensive weapon versus an offensive weapon? Because we don't need offense. We need defense. Jesus Christ. What about the defense? What about another pass rusher? Another cornerback? Like, why do we keep adding offensive guys? What about the defense? Well, the Bucs got a top 10 pass defense. Against who? The Bears? The Dolphins? The Eagles? The Saints? That's a top 10 pass defense because you beat that? Because you defended that well? No. What did you do against the Cowboys and the Rams? You got shredded. Who gonna be in the playoffs? Those same teams. We need defense. We got the offense. Odell Beckham to the Bucs. Then what? No more bombs away? 50 times, throw the ball 50 times a game, forget the running game. Matter of fact, why are we running the ball? Why are we running the ball? Let's just make everything obvious. Drop back, pass the ball 50 times a game. You see how that turned out in 2019? You can't be that predictable. Bombs away. Come on, man. Can we have some logic here, Bucs fans? Quit trying to spin a narrative to fix your fantasy world. Well, the Bucs get Odell Beckham, we're gonna be straight. So we're just gonna forget about the defense. So let's just say we lose a game 45-41. That Odell Beckham trade or that Odell Beckham signing was irrelevant. If we sign Odell Beckham and we lose, then what? What the excuse gonna be? Well, you know what I'm saying? No. Defense. That's what wins championships. Did you not watch the Bucs last year in the playoffs? Did you see the defense last year in the playoffs? Go look at the Saints game. Go look at the Packers game. Go look at the Chiefs game. The defense played hellified good. Go look at the games. Go look at the games offensively against the Saints last year in the playoffs. Against the Packers last year. Brady didn't play well at all against those teams. Didn't play well against the Saints in the playoffs. Defense showed up and threw 3 interceptions in the NFC Championship game, and we won the game. Which shows you can win games with multiple turnovers. If you have a defense. Yeah. Last year was a proven fact in the playoffs. And matter of fact, not just play. You can win games turning the ball over as long as you have a defense. And so Josh Wood, what up, man? So it's the Cardinals. So it's the Cardinals, Packers, Bucs, Cowgirls, and Rams. Thank you for the update, Josh. I appreciate the $1.99 for the online one time. So we are third seed right now. So it's one has a bye, 2 and 7, 3 and 6, 4 and 5. So the 6th seed right now is the dang Saints. If the playoffs will start today, we'll be playing the Saints again. Which is great for the Bucs. If it stays like this, we will be playing the Saints again for the 3rd time. And of course, we'll beat them. But we need to avoid that 4 seed. Facts. 1, 2, or 3. I'm good with that. 1, 2, or 3 seed. I'm not even stressing if the Bucs don't get the 1 seed. Just stay away from the 4 seed. Because that 4-5 matchup is dangerous. Dangerous. We do not need a 4-5 matchup for the Bucs. We don't need it. That's a dangerous game right there. Because it could be the Cowboys, it could be the Rams. And that is bad matchups for the Bucs. We can squeak by the Cowboys, but the Rams are legit bad matchup for the Bucs. I don't care what no Bucs fans say. We're not beating the Rams in the first round. We can get those Rams in the second round or the NFC Championship game, but if we get the Rams in the first round, we're going to lose. I seen enough of those. I seen enough of Sean McVay and Bruce Arians. It's not close. Sean McVay is just out coaching Bruce Arians and Todd Bowles every time. They can play 10 times with the same rosters. McVay gonna win about 7 to 8 of those times. That's just what it is, folks. Don't get mad at me. I'm just talking football. What does your eyes tell you? 2 games last year. 1 game last year and 1 game this year. What does your eyes tell you? What does your eyes tell you? Like, I'm not hating. I love the Bucs. I said, but you can't look at it like the Bucs can beat everybody. You can't look at it like that because you're not being objective about football. You're just basically picking the Bucs because you're just too much of a fan. You're not being realistic. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, I'm gonna pick the Bucs a lot of the times. Don't get me wrong. 14-3, I stand on that. But I'm also being objective. So to sit here and say the Bucs can beat every team in the NFL is kind of delusional. You're not being really objective. You're just saying it's all about the Bucs and everybody else suck. That's a lie. Everybody don't suck, and you know that. Remember, take your emotions out of the Bucs team. Stay a fan, but remove your emotions and look at it from a football perspective. It is not the Bucs and everybody suck. It don't work like that. I don't care what we did last year. I don't care about that. I'm talking about this year. It is not everybody suck but the Bucs. It don't work like that. The Rams don't suck. The Cardinals don't suck. The Titans don't suck. The Ravens don't suck. The Steelers don't suck. The Patriots making the move. The Bengals don't suck. The Packers don't suck. The Cardinals don't suck. Come on now. The Cowboys don't suck. Like, let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. It's not the Bucs. It's the only good team in the NFL, and nobody else matters. There's a couple of teams if from a football perspective, as of right now, you will have to put them over the Bucs right now. Now it's still we're at the halfway point, so it's time for the Bucs to turn up. But right now, there's a couple teams in front of the Bucs. It's just what it is. Don't get mad at me. What does your eyes tell you? The Bucs still a top level team, tier 1 team, just in a pecking order. Right now, after 8 weeks. It's okay, folks. 8-9 weeks. It's okay. Not week 9, right? So it's okay. The Bucs still a top tier team, which is not number 1. Because if you think the Bucs are number 1 right now, you're just all about the Bucs. You don't care about football. You just care about the Bucs. You're not really being a football fan. You're just being a Bucs fan. See, there's a difference between being a Bucs fan and being a football fan. Which one comes before the other? Now on this channel, I'm a Bucs fan all day. But I'm going to always put the football fan over the Bucs fan every time. Because remember, the Bucs are in a football world. It's not a Bucs world. If that makes sense. Okay? Am I getting through somebody's head? Because you got to separate the two. You got to separate the Bucs dimension, the universe, and you got the NFL universe. Bucs universe, NFL universe. Right now, the Bucs are not the best team in the NFL. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you say. They're not the best team. You're not going to convince me the Bucs are the number 1 team in the NFL. Go ahead and try. I'm going to eat you alive. The Bucs got a lot of room to improve. Remember, folks, the Bucs are going 14-3. That's a top tier team. That's a top three team in the NFC. So there is no hating coming from me about my team. I'm just being realistic. That's the difference. I'm not going to sit here and say the Bucs are the number 1 team in the NFC, the number 1 team in the NFL. How? And I can't even make a legit argument on that. As of right now, the Bucs are still a tier 1 team. Do you understand what tier 1 means? That means there's only a couple teams right there. Maybe about 5 teams. That's okay, folks. It's okay. It's okay to be the 3rd or 4th best team right now. The season is still moving. The season's not over yet. It's okay to be the 3rd best team in the NFC. It's okay. It's okay to be the 5th best team in the NFL as of right now. It's okay. It's okay. We still got 8 weeks to go. We got 8 weeks to go, folks. It's going to be okay. Breathe. 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 It's okay. You can't win them all. Remember the 20-0 fans? Remember that? The 21-0 fans? Or the 20-0 fans? Remember the 16-1 fans? It's okay, breathe. It's okay, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. 2021 season will be fine. Relax. We got 8 weeks to go, folks. The Bucs can go from number 5 to number 1. But until that happens, I'm not finna do that right now. Because the reason why I'm saying this is because the Bucs got room for improvement. As we get healthy, things get a little more better, the cohesion gets a little bit better, the Bucs will be fine. But as of right now, they're not a number 1 or number 2 or number 3 seed in the NFL. They're not even number 1 or number 2 in the NFC. There's a lot of factors on why I say that. The eye test, the coaching ability, the mistakes that the Bucs made against the Rams and the Saints. Like, you got the factors those. You got the factors over in. There's 2 teams that's over 500 and the Bucs lost to. So you can convince yourself. That's fine. I mean, I'm not gonna hate on you, but you can't convince me. You can tell yourself that the Bucs are the best team. That's cool. I can respect that. Just respect what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Just respect my point of view, because I respect your point of view, and you can make a case the Bucs are the best team in the NFC or the NFL right now. But you're part of a small group. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're a minority. Let's be real. Because that's just a fan, the Bucs fan speaking right there. That's not really football fan. That's just really like, I love my team to death and nobody matters. You know, I respect that. You know, that's called, you know, that's being a real fan. Well, not really, I'm not saying a real fan, but that's being like, that's being a team fan over the fan of being a football. You get what I'm saying? That's being, because remember, football is a sport, and then you got teams in that sport. So you're being more of a team fan than a football fan, if that makes sense. That's like me saying the Gators are still good and they're not good. They need to fire Dan Mullen, right? I'm a Gator fan all day. I'm gonna repeat. If those of you that know me, that have been with me for all this time, I am a Bucs fan. I am a Gator fan. But wouldn't it be delusional for me to say the Gators are still good? Wouldn't it be delusional for me to say the Gators are still a top 25 team? Wouldn't it be a little delusional? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, that's just me being a Gator fan. That's not me being a college football fan. That's being a Gator fan. Like, I am a football fan before a team fan. I'm always gonna stay like that. This is what make my channel so good, because it's not biased, it's realist. I don't mind picking against the Bucs because of what my eyes tell me. You know, a lot of people got mad at me when I said 14-3. When I said the Bucs gonna go 14-3, I was like, what's wrong with that? Like, they wanted me to pick the Bucs to go 17-0. Like, no, man. No, man. Come on, man. Come on. Come on now. I couldn't pick the 17-0. That's ridiculous. You know how crazy that sounds? So the Bucs are at the top of the NFC South. Remember, you got to win your division first. That is the most important thing. The number one thing right now for the Bucs is win your division. Thank God the Falcons beat the Saints, because if the Saints would have won that game, the Saints would have been at the top of the division right now. You know how bad that'll look? So thank you, Atlanta Falcons, because you still can't win the big game. You almost choked that game away. But the Bucs, the number one thing the Bucs need to focus on. Look, don't focus on the Rams. We lost to them. We can get them in the playoffs, right? As long as it's not in the first round. You know, don't focus on, you know, we got the Washington football team next, right? So, you know, just work your way, get better. That's what the Bucs need to do. Focus on winning your division. You got the Panthers a couple times at the end of the season. Still got the Falcons left and the Saints left, right? Win those games. Win those games. Because right now, the Bucs are 1-1 in their division right now. They beat the Falcons and they lost to the Saints. So you got the Panthers twice and the Saints one more time and the Falcons one more time. You go 5-1, you're 5-1 in your division, and you're 14-3. That's the top 2 seed, right? Maybe top 3, maybe. You know, well, definitely. I would say top 2, but we'll just throw the 3 seed in there. So relax, folks. We got a long way to go. Take it game by game. There's going to be some frustration, even in the second half of the season. There's going to be some things I'm not going to like the Bucs doing in the second half of the season. But I'm going to remain focused on the goal: win your division. Trust me, the Bucs are not perfect. They're far from perfect. If you think the Bucs are perfect, stand over there. Stand over there. If you think the Bucs are perfect, stand over there. I can't stand next to you, because I can point out so many flaws on the Bucs right now that can be cleaned up, that can be worked out, that can be ironed out. Remember, folks, we got 8 games to go. Well, 9 games. We'll be fine. Just keep your emotions in check. Stop saying outlandish stuff. You know, trying to downplay every other team in the NFL like nobody matters but the Bucs. That's just not good. Because when we lose, now you're running around here making excuses. Just like the Saints game. All I heard was excuses. Well, the Saints got lucky. And no. Undisciplined football is the reason why we lost that game. And turnovers. Personal fouls. Penalty. That's team. That's a team problem. Coaching problem. You can't make excuses on what your eyeballs tell you. What did your eyeballs tell you when we lost to the Saints? It told you the Bucs are playing with dangerous, playing with glass. Penalties, undisciplined football, and turning the ball over. Those 3 things will get you L's against decent or really good teams. You can't play around with undisciplined football, leading the league in penalties, or number 2 in penalties. You can't do that. You can't turn the ball over 3 times against a Sean Payton-led team. You can't do that and expect to win the game. Now, you can do that against the Bears and the Eagles and the Dolphins and the Falcons and the Jets and the Jags, the Washington football team, you know, the bottom of the Detroit Lions, you know, the bottom of the barrel teams. You can turn the ball over a couple times because they just can't keep up. But when you start elevating against competition, you can't turn the ball over. You can't have a lot of penalties. You can't have undisciplined football, missing tackles. You can't do that. You can't do that. I don't care how good the Bucs offense is. When you turn the ball over and you have a lot of penalties and you're missing tackles and you're not covering well, you're going to lose. That's any team. That's any team. I don't care how good the Cardinals is. If you turn the ball over, the Cardinals will lose. If the Cardinals turn the ball over and have penalties, they're going to lose. Green Bay, that applies to every team, not just the Bucs. See the difference? See, I'm a football fan. See, I'm giving y'all football knowledge. I'm not just focusing on the Bucs, but this applies to all the top teams. The Ravens, the Titans, the Bills. You look at the Bills. You didn't play well, you lose. You're losing. Look at the app. You're losing. That's just the way football works. No game is going to be perfect, but if you play sound enough and limit your mistakes, limit the penalties, limit the boneheaded plays and the missed tackles, you can win about 90% of your games. And of course, you got to have talent too, but you get where I'm going with that. And this is why I think the Bucs going to be fine. Oh man, there you go. You being pessimistic. No, 14-3 is being pessimistic. You're reaching. You know what I'm saying? I love my channel. I love you guys, but if 14-3 is being pessimistic, you're reaching. You're reaching for something. You're reaching for a needle in the haystack that's not there. Agree to disagree, but right now we're 6-2, so our ceiling is 15-2. So I'm 1 game off my prediction. So what I said is pretty much about to happen, or close enough. Because if we go 15-2, great. If we win 8 straight, 9 straight, great. We 15-2. Number 1 seed, right? Great. I'm not gonna be mad at that. If we finish 14-3, great. I'm not gonna be mad at that. I might brag a little bit, but I ain't gonna be mad at that. Still number 1 and number 2 seed, maybe number 3. But most importantly, we won a division, and also we're not a 4 seed either. The Bucs are gonna be a 1, 2, or 3 seed. I can put $50 on it. I don't like to gamble like that, but I'll put something on it that the Bucs will not be a 4 seed or a 5th seed, a 6 seed or a 7 seed. I can guarantee you that. We're too good. We're too good overall, especially when we get healthy. We're going to be a 1, 2, or 3. Pick one. Pick one. So be happy, folks. Our team is winning. Finally, after all those years, right? I mean, Jesus Christ. Raheem Morris, Greg Schiano, Mark Dominic, Lovie Smith, Dort Cutter. Jesus Christ. Horrible, horrible coaches. Bruce Arians is our first really like top level coach, tier 1, tier 2 coach, because John Gruden at the time, I mean, you can tier 2, I guess, but after John Gruden, we ain't had nothing since until we got Arians. Coaching matters, folks, and Arians not a bad coach. He's just not at the top. He's not number 1, 2, or 3, or 4, or 5, but top 10, yeah. And we needed that. So be thankful we got Arians and we don't have Joe Judge or Ron Rivera, or Vic Fangio, right? Or Robert Saleh or Dan Campbell. That suck, you know what I'm saying? We sucked for a while. So be thankful that we win in games 11-5 last year and possibly 15-2, 14-3. High flying chest bumping Raheem Morris. I remember that. Couldn't coach a lick, but he chest bumping though. Jumping around, chest bumping. Like what you doing, man? Coach, man. Stop doing that. Could have had Mike Tomlin. But yeah. So yeah, nope. Yeah, Urban Meyer would have glad we ain't got him. But or Nick Sirianni. This could be really bad, folks. And be thankful. So we at the top of the NFC South, and we're gonna stay there. The Bucs are gonna stay there. We're not giving that lead up. I don't care what the Falcons or the Aints do moving forward. The Falcons are not going. The Falcons just the Falcons like the Panthers. Don't let that fool you, folks. They beat the Saints, but don't let that fool you. They almost lost that game. Trust me, the Falcons not that good. All their losses is against good teams. What does that tell you about the Falcons? They will beat bad teams or teams like the Saints that's missing a lot of the Falcons can be beaten. The Falcons cannot beat top level teams. They just don't have it. We know that. The Saints and the Falcons are pretty much in that same bubble, right in the middle of the pack. The difference between the Saints and the Falcons is the Saints got a little easier schedule, and they can probably scale out into the 4 or 5 wins, and then the Falcons are going to go this way. The Saints will stay kind of like right that middle of the pack team, right? The Saints will be like this the whole time. They'll win a couple games, lose, win a couple. You know what I'm saying? And then you look up, they'll be like 9-8, 10-7. The Falcons are 4-4, 4-4, 4-5, 4-6, 5-7. You know what I'm saying? They'll be right below 500. Don't let that fool. The Falcons are just like the Panthers. They're exact same teams. Overachieving teams against bad teams or average teams. But as soon as you put them in there against good teams, they lose. So I got the Bucs winning the division, finishing 5-1 within the division. And the Saints, Falcons, and the Panthers twice in the second half of the season. I'm expecting each one of those games, the Bucs blow them out. The Panthers might be a little pesky. I keep saying the reason why the Panthers might be pesky is because their defense is actually decent. I've been watching their defense. I'm like, yeah, their defense okay. It took me a couple more weeks to really look at their defense and be like, is their defense really good like that? Yeah, they defense straight. Yeah, they tough. They young. They got some secondary guys: Dante Jackson, Stephen Gilmore, Jeremy Chin, Derek Brown, Hassan Reddick, Brian Burns. Yeah, they got some guys on there, man. The offense suck. That's the reason why they're gonna lose against us. The offense is trash. Christian McCaffrey's back, but that's not gonna make a difference. We'll put up like 24 points. They'll put up like 3. I don't think we're gonna score 30 points on their defense, but we'll put up like 24. It'll be like when we play the Panthers later this season, 2 times in like 3 weeks, right? I think both games will be over 20 points. It'll be between 20 and 30 points, and the Panthers won't even score over 10. The offense is trash. Sam Darnold is horrible. And I sat there last week and I watched Michael Strahan and Terry Bradshaw make a case for Sam Bradford. It's funny how the media work. When they like a quarterback, they will make a case for him every chance they get. Carson Wentz, Sam Bradford, Kirk Cousins. But when the media don't like you, woo-wee, they write you off real quick. Michael Strahan and Terry Bradshaw. Yeah, Sam Darnold, he's actually good. Give him a chance. What? Are you serious? His last 4 games, what, 7 touchdowns and 10 interceptions? And they still think he's going to be something. Carson Wentz is struggling. Like, Carson Wentz is walking on eggshells. You can take Carson Wentz out of Philly, but you can't take the Philly out of Carson Wentz. You can take Sam Darnold out of New York, but you can't take the Jets out of Sam Darnold. Kirk Cousins can't win big games. Can't win big games, but the media just keep pushing them to us. Kirk Cousins and Sam Darnold and Carson Wentz. Why? Derek Carr, look at him. In Derek Carr fashion. Like mediocre quarterbacks that are surrounded by talented guys, but when it comes down to them making the play, they just don't do it. Baker Mayfield, they keep throwing him. No, man. Baker Mayfield got top 10 O-line, top 10 running back, decent receivers, a decent coach. And look at him. The media just keep Baker Mayfield. What? I can do this all day. You can't put me in one of them talk shows, man. I will roast them, man. I will kill those dudes. Well, I'm sorry. Wrong word. I will demolish those dudes. The Stephen A's, the Max Kellermans, the Sam Cowherds. I don't care how much football they covered. Outrageous takes. Outrageous takes. Always throwing up mediocre quarterbacks and want us to believe they're actually really top level. No. Remember, I call it the black box. Yeah, Dan Orlovsky, Chris Sims. I don't listen to those dudes. I hear them, but I don't take their words for like, oh yeah, Dan Orlovsky, yeah. Chris Sims said Taysom Hill got a strong arm. He got a better arm than Jameis Winston. What? Chris Sims? Chris Sims? You gonna believe that? Chris Sims had the nerve to say that Taysom Hill got a strong arm. So did you not watch the arm punts? Like, this is what I'm saying. You guys got to be careful with these media narratives. That's why when they push the narratives on the Bucs, don't listen to it. Don't do it. Look at the people I just named: Dan Orlovsky, Chris Sims, Colin Cowherd, Stephen A. Smith, Max Kellerman, Skip Bayless. They all are actors. Well, okay, Orlovsky and Chris Sims, they played in the league, so you can kind of be like, they're not actors. They do half and half. But they're actors, man. They get a script. They got to follow a script by the network. If the network say, don't talk good about this person, drive them to the ground, they got to follow the script, folks. It's a script. It's acting, folks. Remember, Skip Bayless called it the Succaneers. Skip Bayless, he separates Tom Brady from the Bucs. Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Bucks. Like, what you mean? No, it's the Tampa Bay Bucks. Succaneers. He calls us the Succaneers. The disrespect. I still think some of the media don't respect Tampa. They respect Brady and Gronkowski and Antonio Brown, but they don't respect Tampa. I still believe that, and I stand on that. That's why I got a chip on my shoulder against the media. They never respected Tampa. They only respect a couple guys on the Bucs because those guys were established before they got to the Bucs. They don't respect the Bucs, folks. They don't respect Tampa. They don't. Y'all know it. That's why I don't like none of them. I hear them, but I don't listen to them because they don't respect Tampa. They don't respect our fan base. They don't. The only reason why now they starting to talk about it is because of established players that came to the Bucs. You couldn't get them to say anything good about the Bucs. You couldn't pay them. Remember, Succaneers. It was so. This is how much respect we got with the media. Tampa Bay. Not Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay. Really? That's okay. That's okay. The Bucs will keep winning as a team. Not because of one player, not because of two players. The Bucs will keep winning and losing as a team. And I stand 10 toes on that. And I need y'all powers and sea bandits, and also you Bucs fans out there, stand 10 toes on the team. Stand 10 toes on your team, man. Don't let these other fan bases try to ridicule us and laugh at us and say, well, y'all ain't nothing without a couple players. Don't do that. Stand on, like, we got some good players, man, outside of, the Brady and the Gronkowski and the Antonie Brown. We got some good players. We just, what I'm saying? We got some good players. Just don't fall for that. Don't. We're gonna be fine. And we're gonna win as a team. We're gonna win as a fan base. Now, granted, the fan base rankings, we're not nowhere near the top. That's just what it is. They still don't respect our fan base because our fan base has been ranked in the bottom 5 for the last 10, 15, 20 years. See, so that's what I'm saying. The fan base got to get better. It's that Tampa Bay Buccaneers. No, but the fan base, you guys got to get better too. You guys are a representation. We are a representation of the Bucs as well. So how you conduct yourself in the NFL world reflects on not just the fan base, also the team. Like home field advantage. Do you think we got one of the best home field advantages in the NFL? No. But we got to do a better job as a fan base too, to represent our team across this the social media network. We got to get better as a fan base. We got to get better. We got to defend our team. At the football games, I don't want to see a bunch of opponents' colors at the football game. I've seen that too many times. This is why the Bucs Stadium, this is why Raymond James Stadium is not ranked up there with the Black Hole, the Dog Pound, the Jets fan base, the Steelers fan base, the Eagles fan base, the Saints fan base, the Packers fan base, the 49ers fan base, the Bears fan base, the Cowboys fan base, the Redskins fan base. I'm talking about fan bases. The Giants fan base, the Chiefs fan base, and the home. I'll also include home field advantage too. The Ravens fan base. We're not there. We got a long way to go as far as fan base wise. We got a long way to go. We got a long way to go, folks. Because, or the Seattle fan base and their home field advantage. Our fan base and home field advantage is not nowhere near the top 10. It's just what it is. I hate to say that, but it's just what it is. But we can get there though. We can get the Bucs fan base in the stadium as far as home field advantage in a place that it's hard to it's hard to go in Tampa. Those two got to get to the top 10. We got to get that part of the Bucs in the top 10. See, the team right now is top 10, but the fan base in the stadium, the home field advantage and the fan base representation and we making it difficult for other teams is nowhere near top 10. Nowhere near. We gotta get that presence better. Right. It takes years. So Bucs fans, get ready for the next 3 to 5 to 7 years as we increase the social media presence, as this channel get more subscribers and the other channels get more subscribers, and we keep winning and we keep representing the Bucs as a fan base. It's only going to get better. Then you're going to hear, man, you got to go to Tampa. Good luck with that. Because right now, if they say you got to go to Tampa, it's like, oh, whatever, You want the other team's opponents and the other team's fan bases scared to come to Tampa. You know how bad it was as an opponent or a fan to go to Oakland in the Black Hole, or go to the Dog Pound, or go to Philly or Pittsburgh, Buffalo. Like, as a fan going to that stadium to represent your team, you're gonna be like, oh, I'm scared. Nobody's scared to come to Tampa. Nobody is scared to come and get a ticket in Raymond James Stadium. Come on, we gotta get that. We gotta get that type of presence. We gotta get that 12th man presence. We gotta get that Raider presence. We gotta get that. The Saints fan base is crazy. We be rocking in the Superdome on the Caesar Super. We gotta get it. You gotta get it. We gotta get there. It takes years, folks. And right now, the foundation is being laid. We won the Super Bowl last year. Possibility we gonna win this year. But we got to establish the fan base and the home field advantage. We got to be savages. We got to be real pirates and sea bandits. We got to be real with it. Can't be out here playing around and being delusional. You got to be real with it. You try the Bucs, you try the fan base. Now we got to get on you. We got to back each other on social media. We got to back, because that's where everything's at, social media. We got to back each other up. If somebody's talking crap about our team or against another Pyro or Sea Bandit or a Bucs fan, look, defend your fan base. Savages, man. Get real. Stop being weak. We've been weak for a long time. No more. Last year was the last year of weak fan base. Weak home field advantage. Weak. We've been weak for a long time. No more of that. No more of that. The foundation is being laid. Man, you got to go to Tampa. Oh, Lord. Because for the last 20 years, going to Tampa was paradise. Starfish and beaches and women in bikinis and Cuban sandwiches and, you know what I'm saying, cigars and Ybor City and Disney World. No, you think about Tampa, it ain't Disney World. We own you. We own you. You're not winning in Tampa. Oh, you go to Tampa, 10 wings and fries. You know, the gyros and, yeah, Davis Island, you know, downtown and no. It's up and it's up and it's stuck. You understand that? It's up and it's up and it's stuck. Tell y'all folks. For real. At the Saints game last, when we played the Saints, when the Bucs came to the Saints, I didn't see that many Bucs fans in the Saints stadium. I had a couple guys, not that many Bucs fans in the Saints stadium. But Pittsburgh, Green Bay, Cowboys, they got fans everywhere. And you go to one of their games, if their team is on the road playing, you go to the game, you be like, half of the stadium is Packers fans. Half of the stadium is Cowboy fans. Half of the stadium is Steelers fans. Where are you at, Bucs fans? Our presence needs to get bigger than just Florida. We need some fans outside of Florida. Outside of Tampa. Get real. It's up and it's up. Stop playing with these other fan bases, man. Get real. Quit being soft. I don't play that. I gotta get some toughness in y'all, man. Y'all be out here. Get that. Cuban sandwiches and 10 wings and fries and Disney World Orlando and bikinis and Ybor City, Tampa International, Wing House, Wingstop. No! Tampa Bay Lightning, St. Petersburg, Clearwater Beach. No! Get real! 10 wings and fries and gyros. And Busch Gardens and Adventure Island. No. That ain't gonna work no more, folks. Unacceptable! Unacceptable. Unacceptable. I'm not having it. Don't come on the channel with that. Nope. The foundation is being laid, and I'm starting that right now. Anyway. Y'all enjoy my little rant. I just got frustrated because I'm just getting tired of seeing the softness of the Bucs fans. It's just soft. We don't go nowhere. We don't represent the team. You know what I'm saying? Just Picado Cuban sandwich. Central Park, College Hill, Grant Park, East Tampa, Cross Fletcher. Yeah, Lowry Park Zoo. Ah, Lettuce Lake Park. No, man. Get real. I'm just picking at y'all, man. I'm just messing with y'all. But y'all get where I'm going with this, man. Just get real with it, man. Like, get big with it. Quit playing around. You know what I'm saying? This is real. Get real with it, man. And if you're out there in other states, represent your team. Because I sure do in New Orleans. I live in a city where one of our divisional opponents play at. I represent hard. Y'all saw me at the first game of the season against the Cowboys. That dude started talking noise. What was I doing? Nah, it ain't gonna be that though. Oh man, I was just playing, dog. I don't care. Y'all heard, y'all saw the video. Dude tried to get at the Bucs like, yeah, the Bucs, dog. I said, nah, it ain't gonna be that though. It ain't that serious, dog. I don't care. Don't come at me with that crap. Y'all saw the video. It ain't gonna be that though. Soon as you start talking about the Bucs, it ain't gonna be that though. I don't play that crap about the Bucs. I don't play that crap. Not in New Orleans. They don't play. See, they don't come at me like that in New Orleans. They be joking around and stuff, but I be for real. I be like, nah. I'm one of those Bucs fans. We some head busters. We not. Y'all gotta get real, man. I'm not saying like. I mean, you can let people talk noise, but you know when they get ridiculous with it, like, nah, I can't let you do that. It just set the tone. It's not about trying to fight everybody. It's just like setting the tone. Just set the tone. You know what I'm saying? Like, set the tone, and people gonna respect the fan base more. They're gonna be like, when they find out their team coming to Tampa, they're gonna be like, damn, man. It's like when they find out their team going to Seattle, or when they find out their team going to, you know, playing the Raiders or the Steelers, the Terrible Towels, or the Cowboy fans. They're gonna be like, damn, man. We gotta go to Tampa, man. Our team going to Tampa to play, man. Golly, man. I don't even want to get a ticket, man, because they be tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to go to Tampa game, man. They be tripping at Tampa, man. There don't be no tickets there, man. And if you get a ticket, they be looking at you like they be what to swing on you, dog. Like, for real. Anyway, let me stop joking around, man. I don't promote violence on this channel. Y'all get where I'm going with this. All I'm saying is just be real with yourself. You know what I'm saying? I don't promote violence. You know what I'm saying? I don't promote violence, but stand your ground. Stand 10 toes down about the Bucs. Establish a culture. All caps. Culture. Because Steelers fans are crazy. Dog pound don't play that. Cowboy fans is ridiculous. Saints fans is obnoxious. Even the Jets fans, even their team suck, they still crazy. They still sell at the stadium. The Giants fans crazy. The Redskins fans crazy. Even the Broncos got a long history of the Arians Stadium. They fans crazy. It be cold as hell in Kansas City. It be cold. But they out there. Cold. Can't even blink, it's so cold. That's what I want the Bucs to be. I don't want no sunshine and sand and beaches and all that. Get real. Let me stop picking at y'all, man. Anyway, I just got done working out, so I'm feeling a little energetic right now. I'm about to go inside. It's 60 degrees in Tampa right now. Right now it's it's like 55 right now. It's pretty good weather right now. Think about New Orleans and Tampa. It don't get cold like that. We have a couple of, you know, December, January maybe. Then February it's back. It's back. But you get what I'm saying. It's about the culture. You know what I'm saying? The culture. All caps. It's up and it's up. Savages. Be a savage sometimes. Back. Give me 50 feet. Anyway, with that being said, thank y'all for joining BucosLocker. Had a great episode of Locker Room Talk. We got a little real in the locker room today. The locker room got real today, boy. It started out footballish, then it got real with it. It's about to go to, it got real for the last 15, 20 minutes. But thank you for joining. I appreciate the super chats. And for those of you that bought cookies, thank you for buying the cookies. If you bought cookies, shouts out to you. Let me know if you bought cookies in the comment section or in the email, and I'll shout you out. And you can ask me 5 questions. If you bought cookies, I tell you what. If you bought cookies for my daughter's fundraiser, give me your order number and send me 5 of your best questions, football related, and I'll answer it. That's for you. If you bought cookies, send me an email with the order number and give me 5 questions, and we'll go through those questions. Fair deal? Fair deal. All right, now. I'm going to find out who ordered some cookies. And if you didn't, that's cool. But if you did, great. I appreciate it. Send me 5 questions and your order number. Your order number of the cookies. And send me 5 questions. And we will go through every single one of your questions. And we'll talk about it. In multiple videos. So, if I get 10 people, 5 questions apiece, that's 50 questions. That's 50 videos. Or, well, I'm saying maybe that's about 10 videos, maybe 20 videos. And we'll talk about it. Any question, football related. No matter what team, no matter what player. Fair enough? Start doing stuff like that. Give y'all some deals to work with. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of y'all got questions and stuff like that. So, a little incentive. Anyway. With that being said, shouts out to all the Powers and Sea Bandits. Keep supporting BucosLocker and all BucosLocker platforms. With that being said, it's getting dark, folks, early. I want y'all to fire those cannons, seize the day, raise the flag, hashtag no risky, no biscuit, hashtag facts over feelings, hashtag bombs away, hashtag what you doing. BucosLocker out. I'll see y'all sometime this week. Stay tuned. BucosLocker out.